chirp, Coco, quack, Lulu. Are you hiding? The chick covered his eyes tightly with his wings and asked loudly while standing on the grass full of small yellow flowers. Today they played hide and seek, and it was the chick's turn to be the finder. I'm hiding, quack. The duck's quack came from behind the vines full of morning glories. I'm hiding, huh? Lulu's voice was muffled, as if he had buried himself in the soft grass. I'm hiding. The bunny Coco's voice was the lightest, like a breeze, floating into the golden sunflower bushes. The chick put down his wings, his eyes sparkling. 1, 2, 3. I'm coming. He stepped on his tender yellow little feet and ran towards the sunflower bushes with a click-click sound. Ha! Coco's long ears flashed behind the bushes and disappeared. The little Chicken Chuchu hurriedly chased after it. Coco, I see you. The little rabbit Coco giggled like a soft white ball and jumped to the edge of the forest. You can't catch me, Choo-choo. It dodged and hid behind two big trees that were close together. The little Chicken Choo-choo didn't think twice and followed it in. I caught it. But there was nothing behind the big tree, only the shadow of the little rabbit Coco flashed in the deeper woods. The little Chicken Choo-choo chased after it again. As it chased, the duckling's quacking sound came from the left. Quack. Here, here. The little Chicken Choo-choo turned a corner. The piglet's humming sound came from the right again. Hum. Come on. The little Chicken Choo-choo ran to the right to look for it again. Running and running, chasing and chasing, the trees in the forest became denser and taller, like green giants holding hands. The spots of light on the ground became fewer and fewer. The little Chicken Choo-choo finally hugged the giggling little rabbit Coco next to a bush full of red fruits. It turned its head and saw the little duck Quokka and the little pig Lulu also waddled and snorted out from behind the big tree. I caught you! The little Chicken Choo-choo shouted happily. But the next second, the four friends were stunned. They were standing in a completely unfamiliar forest. The trees here were so tall, and the leaves blocked most of the sunlight. It was quiet around, with only the rustling sound of the wind blowing through the leaves. Where was the way they came? Those familiar little yellow flowers, sunflowers, and soft grass piles were all gone. Where are we? The little duck Quokka's voice was a little trembling, and it stuck to the little Chicken Choo-choo. Ooh, I miss my mother. The little pig Lulu's round nose twitched, his eyes were red, and he arched Choo-choo's legs in fear. The long ears of the little rabbit Coco also drooped down, tightly attached to his back, and his big eyes were filled with sparkling water droplets. It's all my fault. I ran too far. We can't go home, woo. A cool breeze blew, and the leaves rustled even more, as if they were also worried about them. A few long bird calls came from the depths of the forest, which sounded a little strange. The four furry little guys huddled together tightly, like a ball of scared little fluff. Juju also felt that his heart was beating so fast, like a small drum was beating. Its little wings also quietly hugged its friends. Just then, the little chicken Juju raised his head. It saw small pieces of golden things coming through the gaps between the dense branches and leaves on the top of the big tree. It was the sun. The sun was like a warm golden thread, passing through the gaps between the leaves, falling on the ground, and also falling on the face of the little chicken Juju, warm and cozy. Juju suddenly remembered. In the morning, When the Chick Chuchu and his mother were basking in the sun in the yard, his mother pointed to the sky and said, "Look, the sun rises from the east in the morning, and in the afternoon, it slowly walks to the west to sleep. Don't be afraid." The Chick Chuchu puffed up his chest, and although his voice was still a little small, it was very firm. He stretched out his little wings and pointed to the golden spots leaking through the gaps in the leaves. "Look, that's the sun." The three friends all raised their heads and looked in the direction pointed by the Chick Chuchu with tearful eyes. "When we went out to play in the morning, the sun was over there in the yard," the Chick Chuchu tried to recall. "Now, the sun is about to set, it should be over there." The Chick Chuchu pointed his little wings in a direction where the light through the leaves looked the warmest and brightest, like a golden road. "As long as we walk in the direction where the sun is now, we can get out of the forest and find the way home," the little chicken said loudly, "because our home is on the side where the sun sets." "Really?" The little duck wiped his tears. "Follow the sun." The little pig sniffed. "Yeah." The little rabbit Coco also nodded vigorously. Hope is like a small flame, and it has rekindled in their hearts. The four friends held hands and lined up in a team. The little chicken stood in the front, like a brave little captain, staring at the warmest and brightest golden light in the gap between the leaves, and took a step. "Let's go. Follow the sun home." In the forest, four small figures walked firmly towards the golden light. The big tree didn't seem so scary anymore. As they walked, the trees became sparser, and the light spots on the ground became more and more, forming a bright path. The familiar fragrance of flowers floated in the air. "It's the smell of sunflowers," the little piglet shouted loudly. "Look, it's little yellow flowers." The little dog quacked, pointing at the golden dots in front of him. "We're home." The little rabbit Coco jumped up happily. They cheered and rushed out of the forest. In front of them was the meadow full of little yellow flowers and sunflowers. Not far away, the mother chicken was looking around anxiously, and the mother duck, mother rabbit and mother pig were also waiting by the fence. "Mom!" The four little guys rushed into the warm and safe arms of their mothers like arrows from a string. The little chicken was tightly hugged by her mother's warm wings. It chirped and told her mother about the big adventure in the forest, and the most important thing, it's the way that the sun father pointed out to us. "It's there." The little chicken proudly pointed to the big, red sun that was slowly setting in the sky. The mother touched the little chick's head affectionately. "My chick is so smart. So brave, he can use the sun as a signpost." The mother hen's voice was full of relief and pride. "The sun is the most reliable friend in the sky. It is always there, giving us light and showing us the way." The afterglow of the setting sun gently sprinkled on the grass and on the little guys nestled in their mother's arms. The shadow of the forest was stretched long and left behind them.